Some things are better than others. Yesterday, the video started very slow, but boy, midway through, everything just started kicking. Everything started popping off, didn't it? It sure did. Hang on just a split second. So Publix is offering $3.99 pub subs. $3.99 is murder in the Jewish Hebrew gematria. So if we go to murder, and there's your $3.99. If we key in pub sub, $4.86. That's interesting. Okay then. All right, so let's do the 77 Sunset Strip if I didn't do it on the last one. But hey, it's 8:27, y'all. 58 to 64. 58, 64. I think I got both of them up here, or only one of them. October 10th, 58. Hang on. October 10th, 58. 77 Sunset Strip. 79 murder on murder day. Golly. Y'all, seriously. All the way to February 7th, 64. Let me make sure now. October 10th, 58. October 10th, 58. Yeah. It's impossible. And by the way, that's Mr. 47 being 79. 79 is murder. If you run it to Rising Day, Revelation 11:7, the Rising Bible verse, is coded. Wow. And 77 Sunset Script 51247. As a coincidence, it's 77 Sunset Strip is 7.7 rating. You don't think the AI doesn't do all this? That's why we look at every bit of this. 1964, February 7th. So it's seriously 47, seriously dog starlish. It's 47 on Rising Day, 45 on Event Day, which is probably the most popular one we've seen. Probably the most popular one we've seen. The 45 to 47 Death and Rising combination of every cipher we've looked at. And it hits. What are the chances? The Shawshank Redemption, September 10th, September 23rd. September 10th, backwards, upside down 9/11. Same as on Rising Day. It's going to have 11.7 coded when we go 2 days later. 66 and 67 are in the weeks. 383, which is death, murder, and murder. 38 is death, 38 is murder, 83 is murder in the 4 base ciphers. 67 is going from the 6th to the 7th era of the 7th King of Mystery Babylon. It's the 6th era, the 6th King of Mystery Babylon over to the 7th. Excuse me, I can't get my brain working on all 10 cylinders here. 311 is also coded on Rising Day. When we go up 2 days, that won't change. So with the backwards upside down 9/11, it is fused with 67, which is also in the weeks. You got 67 in the days, 67 in the weeks. Shawshank Redemption, backwards upside down 9/11 in the days again. And when you run it to Rising Day, I want you to look at the weeks. Okay, got to include both dates or run it to the next day, which is the lunar eclipse. Either or. Look at the weeks. 1,666. 6 weeks. Womp womp. 79 murder, 888 in the hours. Bingo, boingo, bango. So when Trump hosted SNL, it was twice. I need to look at the music groups. But if you go down and look at when he hosted on 4/3, that's Alec Baldwin's birthday, by the way, who has hosted more than anybody else. Who's hosted SNL more than anybody else? Alec Baldwin. Now, why is he in first place? One more than Steve Martin. We need to look at Steve Martin, don't we? Of course we do. Because Trump appeared on Alec Baldwin's birthday. 4/3/2004. How old was Alec Baldwin? Alec Baldwin birthday. 58. So 2004. Well, it's going to be I think he's 46 years old on that day. April 3rd, 58. $168. 68 is Antichrist. 68 is Donald J. Trump in the same cipher, reverse reduction. It's a perfect 46 years. And 02 is in the days for my fallen friend, which is what this is all about. And we're going to, yes. So the April 3rd, 2004 to our murder date, 8,179, which is murder in civil gematria. 68 is in the weeks, fused with a backwards upside down 9/11 116. So it's 1168 weeks. Again, with the same themes, seems to always do this. That's 2 in a row, backwards upside down 9/11. Look at the palindrome, 22 years, 4 months, 22 days. 268 months, 22 days. 22nd prime number is 79, which is murder in civil gematria. District 22, the school bus the Joker pulled out in. His other SNL date was November 7th, Revelation 11:7. November 7th, 2015. That one is 3944. 44 represents the 404 verses of Revelation. Other than that, there's not a whole lot to that I saw. 3944, but the rising is built in. It's pretty smashed up. It's a smash burger. The URLs. Oh, the URL on Trump's 121 Antichrist on November 7th. 121 Antichrist in the URL. You can see that on your smart TV, can't you? Of course you can. Because you're smart like that. You're not trying to watch this on a cell phone. The first episode of SNL, October 7th, 75. I'm sorry, October 11th of 75. It's a palindrome to the Back to the Future date. 3553. Why did I run into Back to the Future? Look at the months. Backwards, upside down, 9/11, 116. Notice I'm telling you, every single time I do these videos, there seems to be a corresponding numerical theme. Probably because of the backwards, upside down 9/11s I'm seeing, and it gives us one. I don't know. I don't know why I compared that to Back to the Future. Why did I run that to Back to the Future? Because it began in October. I can't remember why I did it, but I did it. Something popped in my head to do it, and I don't remember why. I always think I'm going to remember stuff, and I just don't. So Jimmy Fallon dressed up as Trump on 9/11 He and Trump was on his show and they did a parody as twins. September 19th, 74. 189.68 on event day. 68. Look at the 116 again. 11 months, 6 days. I'm telling you, the Lord is working some supernatural. I'm not saying we have our date for sure from the Lord, but the Lord is definitely, and maybe the event will take place on 11/6. So, the Lord's in there somewhere. And there's 79 murder in the weeks, 200, 709. By the way, I can click off that sound, or at least I did it the other day. Let me see. How come it's not doing it? Oh, the AI, I'm sure. So yeah, I'm supposed to be able to get up here and click off that sound. I did it the other day. Okay. Hugh Jackman. Who was the person I wanted to look at earlier? I said I want to look that person up, but now I've already forgot who it was. I thought I would remember later. Let me pause and maybe I can think about it. See if the good Lord gives it to us. Yeah, it was Steve Martin and George Carlin hosted the first SNL, and Billy Preston and Janice Ian. We're gonna have to look at those too, aren't we? So I'm definitely want to pull that up. Steve Martin. I'll do it on the next video. Good Lord willing. George Carlin. Billy Preston. Janice Ian. Okay. Billy Preston. Janice Ian. George Carlin. Steve Martin. Goodness gracious, he's 80. Well, late bloomer, I guess. I mean, I'm 65. I didn't know he was 15 years older than me when he hit the world stage, but okay then. So I need to check out that musical group. Um, that's fascinating, but we can get rid of all the stuff we can get rid of. Need to get rid of as many tabs as possible. Toots and the Maytals, we got to check them out also. Jimmy Fallon, we just looked at as he's 189. Remember, 1189 is Donald J. Trump in the Jewish Hebrew Gematria. 589 is Donald Trump in the Jewish Hebrew Gematria. So the 89 is prevalent. We told you about the backwards upside down 9/11, the 116 coded and all that. The 79 over here for murder on our murder date. Hugh Jackman, October 12th, 1968. Hugh Jackman is a perfect 21,138 on Rising Day. 138 is Donald Trump and Sybil Gematria. This is so magnificent because Hugh Jackman played the twin clone. He was getting cloned in the movie The Prestige. Hugh Jackman was cloned in The Prestige. Hugh Jackman's character is cloned in the movie The Prestige. Hello. So, and as the character X24. Well, X is the 24th letter, and 2424 is Jesus in Strong's Concordance. So, a double entendre of the anti-Jesus. That's fascinating. So Hugh Jackman, you're telling me is 21,000 Donald Trump on Rising Day, 138 days. Absolutely, positively impossible. It's impossible. And yet, there it is. Double Impact features the twins, getting that from an AI site that I've been watching. And this 11.7 is in the URL up there where my cursor is up at the top where the URL is. Because you can see that on your smart TV, especially if you get up and go look at it. Double Impact, August 9th, 91. Notice the 110 minutes for the twins. The 110 stories of the Twin Towers. 805 in the million, representing our May 8th date, as most countries would write it. Double Impact, August 9th, 91. It's a perfect 128.00, 12,800 days. Remember, May 8th is day 128 of the year, and it being the mirror, 825 of that, with 128 left to go, is what this whole what began this whole 78 video playlist. So you're telling me Double Impact is a perfect 128.00 days featuring the twins in the movie, the clones, the body doubles. 828 is in the weeks, which is Donald Trump. In the Sumerian gematria, 6 times English ordinal, or 6 times simple gematria, also known as English gematria, Sumerian gematria, 6 times, where A is 6, B is 12, C is 18. Keep doing your math. Trading places, we've looked at it before, I think. It's all about the Twin Towers and the twins. 86 is in the URL. So there you go. It's 1983. 83 is murder. Trading places, June 8th, 68. 68. There's a lot of June 8th. Look at the minutes. Backwards, upside down, 9/11. That's the 5th thing we've looked at that's got that 4th theme. June 8th is 68. June 8th is 86. Depends on what country. 1983. When you run that to our event day, it's 157.84, which divides evenly by 1973 8 times. So it is the number of any 8 combination in 1973. That would be January 8th, February 4th, August 1st, August 10th, October 8th. Any 8 combination times 1973 gives us that 157.84. And notice it's 2 months, 17 days for Tower 2, Tower 1, Tower 7, the order that the twins fell, and it's his trading places where they walked in front of the Twin Towers in the movie. Talking about total destruction. Of course, they were talking about destruction in the theme of the movie when the stock market crashes, or when the chaos in the floor of the stock exchange, talking about destruction, but they were walking at the base of the Twin Towers when they were saying it because they were talking about the real destruction of that future event. The AI has written a script for all of them to follow, and the AI writes the script for these movies, shows the directors how to shoot it in computer animation. The directors are just front men. Wouldn't be surprised if most of your famous people are bloodline members of the bloodlines, whatever these bloodlines are. They talk about 13 bloodlines, whatever. I don't know how many there are for sure, but I think they're bloodlines. The Dolphins' perfect season, January 14th, 1973. 19,581. On 2R825, 711. Oh, there's 79 in the weeks. There you go. There's a hit. But it's 53 years, 7 months, 11 days for 711 coded. And May 8th is coded with a 58. How did I not pick up on that? Yeah. That's what all the hoopla, that's why I presented it in the first place. But when I see this, I can't help but run it to that date. And or this date. 11/7 and 11/17. 51 years, 11 months, 7 days. Yeah, that's because 581 had to do with 581 days from one event to another, and that was on the at the address of 581. So I ran these dates to both events. They're personal dates, so I'm not going to speak to them. Could offend some people. It wouldn't offend me. It's part of my personal dates and then other people's, and I'm not going to say it in case somebody watches the video, but yeah, there's 237 in the months and days too, our event day, and there's your 2709 again. We just saw that about something else. Remember the 2709 in the weeks, previous things we were looking at, and it's popped up again. What are the chances of that? Well, it's because it's 189. Who was that? That was 189.68. That was Hugh Jackman, wasn't it? Was it Hugh Jackman? That was 189. How old is Hugh Jackman? 57. It wasn't Hugh Jackman then. Who are we just looking at? It's 51 years old. Geez, am I all over the place? Where am I at right now? Okay. Focus. Who was it that was just 189? It was somebody that'd be 51 years oldish. We just looked at it though. I said there's 79 in a week, 709. Anyway, fascinating. Selena Kyle, Kate Blanchett. I ran Kate Blanchett May 14th, Israel's birthday, 1948 to 1969. 58, 68, 21 year. And, she was, I saw her in this, we're not sure, don't ask. But she was in, she played some ghost goddess in the Lord of the Rings. Kate Blanchett, Lord of the Rings. Yeah, like this goddess ghostly character, Fellowship of the Ring. And when we run Kate Blanchett to our event days, she's 2922. Remember, I was 22922 on the total solar eclipse that made the X across America. I thought that was fascinating. 68 in the months, 711 in the months days, 311 in the months days, 88 in the weeks, fused with or followed by or fused with 86. 2,988 weeks, 6 days. 128 is in the hours, along with the O2. Oof, that is a smash. And the 2 is isolated for the O2. I'll call that a smash. Okay, then. Selena Kyle. Why did they name her that? 11-3 code. The opening of One World Trade Tower, November 3rd. Represents rising. Guess what movie she was the girlfriend of Batman in? As Selena Kyle. The Dark Knight Rises. Rising, rises. Folks, we might not have our date correct. We're speculating, but we know their codes. We do know their codes. That much we do know. Part 78. Love you.